Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jumpa lagi dengan Adi di MedWist. Ini ada Iim and we have also Julia. Okay, now talking anything about
I think it's very inspiring what is happening here, and that not everyone has this opportunity to travel the world, or maybe many people wants to do that but they don't know how.
first country. I fly to Singapore. And then I joined the ship. I signed on, and then from the ship I got Oriental cruise. It's from Singapore to Japan. So I went to Vietnam, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Shanghai, China, and then like 2 rounds I think. And then I went to Australia.
Yeah, I mean, like when I hear about it, I feel like I want to do the same as well.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
But now it's good also for you because you do traveling around the world, and it's like that's good experience because nobody can do like what you do
Oh, where did you study for 6 months?
at the time.
Yeah.
At the time only if you can speak English, just go.
Yeah, because it's like when you were telling me about the program that students maybe don't follow the book, and it's more natural and they train in their own time, and you want them to have the inner motivation. It reminds me of a Montessori a lot, because the main goal is in the Montessori is not to force children to study, but to build their inner motivation. So they want to practice, they want to learn in their own time as much as they can, and it really reminds me about that a lot.
And what they call project-based learning, right? Project-based learning.
Project-based learning, yeah.
What is that?
It means if you have a culinary program, so when you have a mathematics program, so now we don't need to learn like Pythagoras, or we don't need to learn, but you have to use your mathematics to account like the cost budget.
You use examples with pastas and orders. So then in mathematics you can say we have 40 orders, 30 was already eaten, how many we have left, and you use pasta as the main example. So they learn, in a way more practical way, and I think it's easier for them also to remember, because when you learn only on examples without any other theme, it's more easy to forget everything. And now they will feel like they are really working, like in a restaurant, or like they are doing real life projects.
Is it same as in Poland?
Depends. Like in public schools, it's not like that. In public schools, I think it's same like in Indonesia. We have the book, we follow the book, and many people have tendency to learn, then forget about it the second after, because we don't learn anything practical. We learn lots of theory and grammar, but we don't gain any practical skills. But luckily nowadays there are opening alternative ways of education, and we have many Montessori schools in Poland. More and more parents decide to leave kids in homeschooling. So all the alternative methods are becoming more popular. But in public schools, I think it's still like in Indonesia, it's similar.
The difference is before you had 3, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Elementary, and then junior 3 years,
and then high school,
three
senior high
years.
school. Yeah, so we have
And
6 grades,
right now?
3 and 3. Right now we have 8 grades in primary school, and then 4 years of high school, or 5
How many
of vocational.
years already?
For how many years? It just few years, because it has changed around 5 years ago. When I was going to school, we still had 6 years of primary school, 3 and 3. The curriculum has to be adjusted to the new. When my mom was going to school, it was same as it now. Primary school plus 4, then they changed it for my program 6 3 and then they changed it again. So it doesn't really make any sense, because you have to do something twice. it could have been like that from the beginning if they think it's a good way.
I think sometimes they have to finish the program,
Yeah.
like become perfect, right?
We have a new curriculum also.
Yeah, yeah. And then now the
For
Merdeka.
Kurikulum Merdeka, yeah.
Yeah, it's free. What is in English?
9 year of education change, so the curriculum is changed also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
our
Indonesia.
also, yeah. It is confusing, especially there are systems in the world that are working, like in schools in Finland or Sweden. So if there is a system that is working, why we don't copy it?
Yeah.
Like why we don't use the same system in our countries. Maybe it would make sense to adjust, like the system from Finland to other countries, since someone already created it and it's working. Because in Poland we have the same system that like someone created hundreds years ago, and they don't adjust it.
How about in Polandia? It's easy to get jobs like here.
Depends. Right now it's easy to get the job, especially if you have like some experience or skills. Right now the situation is it's pretty good, and it's very easy also to go abroad because many Polish people are going to work in other countries, like in Netherlands, Germany, Iceland, Norway. So yeah, I would say it's easy.
So you're lucky because 24 years old, right? Now you've been like what country? Singapore.
Like now Singapore, Indonesia, then I'm going to Vietnam and then to New Zealand. And last year I was living in Iceland, and I had the chance to visit some countries in around Poland because it's very easy. I feel very privileged to have this opportunity because I know like for people in Asia it's more difficult.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think it's not only luck but also the courage to do it, because many of my friends, even though they have this opportunity, they don't take it. They don't take the chance. Yeah, like I don't know anyone else like who is
But
doing
for
the
traveling,
thing I'm doing.
like for traveling,
traveling.
you save the money. I mean, you spend your time to work.
I was
how many
saving
years, like?
money. I was working a year in Iceland to save money for this trip.
It's good, yeah? Because 1 year she can cover for traveling. But if you work in Indonesia,
Yeah, but like in Poland is the same. When I was living in Poland and I was working as a teacher, I couldn't save anything. Like literally anything. After a year, I managed to have enough money to buy myself a ticket to Iceland, but nothing else. And when I finished university and started working, I realized that maybe not make much sense because it will not give me opportunity to travel. And that's why many Polish people
Iceland is different country.
Yeah, Iceland is different country. It's next to Norway. It's an island, and Iceland is one of the best country to work.
Oh yeah. Then what's the country's name?
Iceland. And the capital city is Reykjavik. Reykjavik is the capital city of Iceland.
I
It's
haven't heard about this.
it's Islandia.
Oh, Icelandia.
Islandia,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
Islandia.
To become bakery, you don't need to follow the bakery class. You just follow the bakery industry.
Yeah, exactly. You just go find a job and you start. Because I started working as a cashier, but then they offered me if I would like to learn baking, and they told me that they could teach me everything.
And you did.
Yeah. No. I decided not to because the specific of working as a baker is that you have to work the night shifts, and that's not really my thing. So I decided to stay to work as a cashier. So I like working with people in a day and have like a normal lifestyle. But they offered to teach me. So I think you don't necessarily need to finish the bakery school or something.